Hello, gorgeous soul. Welcome to your fortnightly astrology. It's fortnightly because coronavirus permitting, I'm getting married next week. So I've got, as you can imagine, Bridezilla got a lot to do. Anyway, for the next 2 weeks, it's all about love. It's all about transforming, finding our way, and grounding ourselves to the next phase. Here's your fortnightly astrology. Libra, you're thinking about what's important to you this week. Now remember, Venus, the planet of love, and your illustrious ruler is doing a lot of stuff, shifting and turning, and starts off with a bit of conflict actually, as Venus is squaring Saturn, the Lord of responsibility. And you're thinking about relationships and your home, people that come into your home, people that you live with. If you're living with someone, if you're married, if you're in those kind of relationships, there may be a little bit of argy-bargy, a little bit of struggle about anything to do with the home. It could be to do with people's responsibility. Do they change the cat litter, or is it always you? You know, what balance do you have? Is it a harmonious home? Does it have both your energy in it? Maybe you're in a relationship and somebody wants to live with you and you don't want your freedom curtailed. There's all sorts of ways that this can present itself, but ultimately, you know, you've got to follow Venus's lead this week because number one, she's changing signs and making you feel very intense, and a lot of your primal emotions are rising to the surface. Avoid jealousy, avoid kind of addictive, sensual connections, you know, like secret affairs. Well, you don't have to, it's entirely up to you. But it kind of, it's such a pivotal time for you when it comes to relationships. It's probably best to be clear. However, you know, as long as you don't give your power away, you can do what you like. But when we give our power away, or we give our power away to intense emotions like jealousy, we lose the plot and it disrupts our harmony. And as you know, harmony is very important to you. Don't be upsetting your balance by doing things you know are destructive, basically, in terms of relationships. The Sun and Neptune are joining forces to make us feel much closer to other people. And you are being very caring to other people when it comes to their health and their well-being this week. And you're also being very gentle with yourself in that area. With the Venus and Uranus conjunction, there is a surprise emotional revelation coming around the 9th, and you're like, oh, you know, interesting. A secret is revealed, or a unexpected liaison with someone is fulfilled. The full supermoon is making you very psychic and very in touch. Look out for a dream, a strange coincidence, or a psychic revelation. It's your most psychic moon of the year, so use it. Use that magic wisely. But don't get paranoid, because the other side of that energy is we can get paranoid or lose our boundaries. So really make sure you're working out what is psychic intuition versus what is illusion. Mercury goes fully direct and it's in your pleasure zone. So you're feeling much happier. You may have felt slightly, you couldn't fully express your joy or your creativity. That is moving forward. And then we have Mars, the planet of action, sextiling Neptune. And you're kind of wanting to make your house beautiful. You're pushing forward to make your life more in balance. And you know what? When you are in balance, it's the best thing for you. So that's good. Take care, gorgeous, and I'll speak to you soon. If you want to check out your written monthly, weekly, yearly astrology, pop over to my website, michelleknight.com. I'm not doing readings at the moment, but I do have a company of some of the best psychics and astrologers in the world. I've had the company for 20 years. I handpick them and they are fabulous. So I'm going to start to show you, starting now, their little videos on here.
I'm Martha. I work clairvoyantly and mediumistically. Well, over the telephone, it is different to reading in person. Like my clairaudience and clairsentience is heightened. I usually will ask you what you'd like to focus on. Part of the foundation of the way I work, the more focus, the more clarity you get. My priority is to connect to your truth and through that to help you and guide you to be the best version of yourself you can be and have the best life that you can have. My personal opinion in a reading is completely irrelevant. What you're left with after a reading is more the interpretation of what's been said. It's very important, and I work in that foundation to make it sure that you understand the information and the guidance that's given to you before the reading's closed. If they leave the reading seeing just 10% of the magic that I see in them, then I feel I've done my job as a psychic.